Hauling out again. Yes, that's right, we are hauling Sylphie out once again for the second time in a year. We've got a couple jobs that simply cannot be completed in the water. We need to fix a valve for our head, paint the anchor chain, as well as a bunch of insurance requirements. It's always scary, my heart's pumping, but in the machine, got plenty of room on this one. Looks like we know how to back in, and now they're gonna start lifting us. And we thought we would knock out these jobs quick as we're preparing to do a rather big sail to Lord Howe Island, which is one of Australia's most remote islands, 400 nautical miles off the coast towards New Zealand. It's a notoriously sketchy sail as the wind in the area are quite unpredictable. So we pulled in some crew that were coming for the next leg of our journey to help get us prepared. Some of these faces are new and some are a little bit more familiar. This is the story of a sailboat named Sylphia and the ragtag crew that call her home. Join us each week as we explore the planet both above and below the surface and see what it's really like to live a life at sea. This is Expedition Drenched.
I was just giving the runaround to everyone here. Good to see you. Feeling good?
Yeah.
Settled? Yeah.
So we have pretty much, this is gonna be my final review on our copper coat situation. We've gotten this on now for about 9 months. We're cleaning it off. And as you can see, there's not that many barnacles, nothing big. These little stuff, that just slimes right off, that slime. And to be honest, we've only cleaned the hull maybe 3 or 4 times in that time. You're supposed to do it every 2 weeks. So it's not like we've been doing a heck of a great job doing it. But in any case, they're spraying it. So you do a power spray, get everything to come off. Then we're gonna kind of inspect it and see how our copper coat is holding up. But so far, I'm pretty impressed because I'm not seeing any big growth on it whatsoever. And for not cleaning the hull very often, that's pretty impressive. What do you think I told?
I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah?
I'm really stoked. Yeah, look at these facilities are crazy. This is the top, you know?
Yeah.
It looks like, I just heard that we have like a gym, like a VIP area, like very fancy, and shower and laundry, all this stuff. Oh, that's amazing.
We don't get to do any of those things normally.
No, we are gonna be pretty spoiled here.
We should just live on a boat out of the water, yeah?
Yes, yeah, why not? Many people do that. Let's do that
like
for
a
a while.
house.
Yeah. We are gonna have everything we need, all the stores for fixing the stuff, or all the steel workshops. It's like a big city. Yeah. Everywhere, all the stuff, everything you need for your boat is here in both worlds. So
we're just gonna be drinking pirate life and rolling around on the golf cart together, yeah?
yeah, yeah, we'll do that.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! How's it going, Jared?
Yeah, getting there, mate.
Yeah. Obviously, this is a spot we've never filmed before for good reasons, because now we're talking poopy things. What's happened is our valve to our head is back there. This is our big holding tank. Located right behind our food, of course, but yeah, that's our holding tank for all the flushable items. Comes down this tube. Bloop, 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 bloop. I'm in the back cabin now. And then back here, way back there, if you can see, there's a valve, and that is seized open. We need to shut it. So Jared's banging at it. Hit a couple
We're
good
going to
ideas.
just try brute force first.
Yeah.
Try not to break anything.
Hit it with a hammer.
We're going to start with a hammer.
Yeah.
Start banging away and
Yeah.
go from there.
I'm gonna undo the rudder.
Yeah.
We already removed all some bolts and nuts, and just what I'm gonna do is put more grease inside, because it's hard to reach inside with the grease with the nipple, and fix definitely the little leak that we have.
Okay, so you're putting new packing material in there?
Yeah, I'm gonna remove those 2 bolts and put it up this part, and inside is packing. I have more packing here just in case if it's very damaged.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm gonna clean all this, so the rust and salt, and sand it and put it properly again.
Yeah, that looks like it needs a little bit of love, huh?
Yeah, we need to do it here in the boat, yeah, because this is the water level is probably here. That's why when we're in the water, I cannot open that. It will come all the water from, you know, this salt water. So that's the right time to do that. So that's it.
All right, packing. We've had to call in all sorts of professionals today. I actually had to call in plumbers to help unseize this valve or get it out or service it or something because it's jammed in there. Yeah. I've got somebody new to introduce you guys to. We got a new crew arriving now, and we have one here, and he's been here for only a couple hours. We already put him to work. This is it. This is it. This is Ricardo or Ricky.
Ricky, yeah.
Yeah, where are you from, bro?
I am from Mexico City.
Ah,
Yeah.
nice, man. Nice. Been here for all of like 6 hours, and we're already making you.
Yep, already getting onto the lifestyle. So pretty, just getting the chain nice and ready to put some markings on it, and yeah.
So right now you're
So
power spraying
exciting.
it, cleaning it first, yeah?
Yep.
And then why do we mark it?
Yeah, so we mark it just to know the different depths. So we make a mark every 10 meters.
Mm-hmm.
That way, whenever we drop anchor, we have a good idea for the depth is.
Yeah. So that's what we're up to. Well, this is kind of cool. I'll show you this. So this is copper coat is looking beautiful now. And I wish I would have time-lapsed this because it went Statue of Liberty green so quickly, huh? Like it was copper color. It was like dark brown, and then within minutes of it being out of the ocean, it just turned this green color. Still a little bit of power spraying to do. This stuff comes right off pretty easy, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Like, yeah, not bad. Down to the engine room, and you know, before we go offshore, and especially we're heading south towards Tasmania and everything, and then across the bight, hopefully. We just want our engine to be looked after really well, make sure that it's all good. And with everything that's happened, as you can guess, I've gotten quite paranoid about having a dead engine. So lucky for me, I've got connected with a good group of guys that know Gardner. They actually produce parts for it, and they ship parts for Gardner worldwide. So yeah, great contact to have, and he was just right here in the Gold Coast. So
Yep.
yeah, David.
Yep.
And David Bryant, yeah?
Yep.
Nice. And what's your company, bud?
Mate, Gary Bryant and Sons. I'm one of the boys.
Yeah?
One of the sons, so yeah.
Nice. How did you guys get into this?
Walked up the back of the shed, I suppose. No, we've been doing it since that height, so.
Oh, yeah? Nice, man. And you guys have, like, produced parts for Gardner engines, old Gardner engines. You're, like, patenting pieces of parts that aren't even
Yep.
being produced anymore.
Even the sumps, we just made a patent for the sumps for them too,
Nice,
so.
nice,
Yeah.
man. So a good guy to have, and so he's helping get us all dialed in because our tappets and everything have been out of alignment, so we haven't been as efficient. And yeah, you really just start to learn that like a little off sound or something that doesn't seem like a big deal, going ignored, becomes a massive deal, and that's what happened with us. So yeah, what's going on that one?
Too wide.
Too wide?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what does that do? It just makes us lose efficiency?
That's correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is why we're checking it out, for this exact reason. We have a broken spring is how this all started,
Yes.
but then we found that our valve guide was loose. If you guys remember, this is our head that we had fixed and not replaced but serviced. This is the one we haven't touched at all yet. And then because of my paranoia, I ended up getting this, a second head that has never been used. And David's advice was to, let's go ahead and slap the new head on. Like, why not? We have a brand new one, and then we'll see if we keep that for a spare or not. Who knows? But that way we know it's fixed. But then, just over the time of fixing this, you guys remember we put in this weird part because this water manifold is for a different type of Gardner engine. So it's just kind of gotten janky together. So we're gonna go back to original parts. Yeah. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. That way, that if I call David from across the ocean, I'm like, hey, I got a problem. It's like, it's a normal thing. He just knows what engine we have.
There's 3 nuts.
Yeah.
And we actually adjust that to get what we want.
Nice. Nice. He says with all these changes, we might get 8 more horsepower. I don't know. That sounds pretty good to me. Maybe possibly changing out our engine-driven bilge pump. So we're deep in it now, guys. But yeah, keep us safe and keep us running. That's the most important when you're going offshore. So, all right, leave these guys to it. What are you doing? Put that
doing
mermaid
all the
down.
laundry.
Yeah.
But this thing just does not stop getting in the way.
This has been rolling around since Solomon. We never film it because we hate it.
I hate it. I hate this thing.
We had this thing commissioned and beautiful wood, but
It's bloody heavy as well.
yeah,
It's not just.
it's like the size of
big,
you.
It's heavy. And we have nowhere for it.
Yeah. You doing laundry?
Laundry, yeah. Getting all the beds ready. We've got new crew arriving pretty much every day this week and in the next few days. So just getting all the beds prepped so as soon as people are arriving, we can put them in.
Problem
Yeah.
now is just it's taking longer than I expected to put it back in the bolts.
Always.
But
he told me earlier, he's like, oh, I have 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Oh, I just know better. He knows better too, but we have high hopes.
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
oh,
sure. But yeah, it's getting there. I just put those bolts. I'm gonna remove them again. I need to fix it properly.
Yes.
You know, it needs to fit.
We never showed this. This is Hightor and Nerea's like their lounge area. This is where they live, and so this is right by his head. So he sleeps thinking about the rudder.
All the time. The rudder is right next to me. That's the thing, yeah.
He smells the grease from the rudder. He's like, I love it.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Well, we brought in the professionals because it was well beyond us, and yeah. So we got Ash and Shay with how do you say it? SEQ Plumbing.
SEQ Plumbing.
Nice. And they were able to tear this thing apart, and so this is our valve. And they had barnacles like growing on the inside of it and everything, huh? And they really did polish this up. This looks like brand new except for all the barnacles on the inside. So slap her back in there and got some lube, and hopefully she's sweet as again, huh? Awesome.
Fingers crossed.
You can do it. That's what I'm talking about though, right here, guys. So this is that plastic coating. It's kind of coming up on the deck now. And yeah, that was just sloughing off into the ocean. That's not what we're about. We're not about that plastic in the ocean life. What else can I show you? The valve is fixed, so that's going right. This is definitely one of those situations where getting a professional, getting a tradie paid off, because we would have been banging around on that for days, I'm sure of it. So let's go check it out. So that valve right there was completely seized, and every time that we come into a port or we come into anywhere, pretty much, we have to close this. This shuts off the head and makes it so that all the sewage goes into the holding tank, and when you open it, it opens and goes into the sea, just like a whale would, but you got to do that at least 3 nautical miles out to sea, and it was seized. But now you see we can do it. Yeah, this was not working at all. Now we're good. What are we doing, Hightor?
We are installing all the new bilge pumps. We wanna have like 3 or 4 more powerful ones, and we are gonna connect the hoses to the seacock. This seacock is connected to the ocean, so imagine that the bilge is filling up very quickly with water or in a big emergency. We're gonna start all the bilge pumps. It's gonna be impossible to sink this boat.
Yeah. So what, 4 3,700 liter an hour pumps, plus our engine-driven one. Right now we only have the one bilge pump and then our engine-driven one. So yeah, if we were to hit an iceberg or something, that yeah, just so if water's flowing in here, it will, if nothing else, will bite us quite a bit of time. Yeah. So these are our seacocks, or our vents down. This goes right down to the ocean. So this is all of our attachments, and yeah. It's thick steel, so he's having a hell of a time getting through it.
It's gonna take time a little bit to drill that, to make a hole, but yeah, it's gonna be just one, and we are gonna use those 2 probably. And I know we have another seacock there. We're gonna connect another one there, and that's gonna be enough.
And we have a friend named Tim. He's a welder. We met him at the boat show. Watches the show, and he volunteered to come help us. What an awesome dude! So
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
he'll be here soon. I see a car out here, which makes me think Tim might be here. Coming downstairs. There he is. There he is. That's who I wanted to talk to. Good, man. We met Tim at the boat show.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's going to help us weld because it is not our strong suit. So we're going to get at her. So let's go. What do they got you doing?
We're filling up the door. We've sanded it, and now we're giving some tender loving care to the door. Yeah, so now it's gonna get a fresh coat of paint before we get out in the water. It's look as slick as ever.
Ooh, you sanded it. Got a window to put in it. A little bit of wood filler. Nice.
Do you wanna see something disgusting? Now we are gonna reach the deepest point of the boat. That's the bilge. When Nate says that, yeah, he told me probably a couple of times, probably I told you no more than nine the boat. When he says that, he means, yeah, these kind of things, you know. I know the bilges very well in this boat. I know all the bilges. I have been cleaning them like so many times. But this is different. You will see now.
We tried to do like material and stuff, but it just falls off. So just finally said, let's just try the paint, see how that goes. But this is our galvanizing after this would have been a year. So yeah, it's not so bad, you know. Yeah, it's been a year since I got this galvanized, and it's holding up, not perfectly, but you know, it never does. Woo, back on the copper coat. What are we doing?
Oh yeah, so we're preparing some copper antifoul. This is so it inhibits the growth on the hole in some spots. So we're preparing that while we're in dry dock, and we're gonna put several coatings to make sure that we cover everything. And yeah, that's what we're preparing right now. It's a long process, but very important process.
Yeah, we're gonna have to mix this up like 6 times today. It's pretty cool, huh? A little bit of copper. So I must admit, they said that it won't work, but I can't imagine it being bad for it. Like, there's just little parts that have flaked off, and I asked Copper Cut, I'm like, well, we got a little bit extra. Let's like put little patches like just on these dots, like this one where it just kind of flaked off, and you have the you got the primer below it. And they're like, well, it won't bind to it, but I just assume it's got to be better than just like leaving it, you know, with just the primer. So we're gonna give it a go. But yeah, not the manufacturer's recommended thing. Know that. So if it doesn't work, that's my fault, not theirs. And right here is our biggest little patch. We just got this underneath there. There was like a little bit of rust because that's right at the water line. Sometimes it's above, sometimes it's below, and yeah, there seemed to be like a little gnarly spot right there. These are just some barnacles that have worked their way in, but yeah, we're just gonna do little dots, boink, 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 just in some of these little spots that it kind of flaked off. When that yellow is the is just the primer below. You see how thin it goes on. You forget, just like
Yeah, it needs to go very thin, and probably the second, third coat it's gonna be more covered. Yeah.
She goes. Do that 6 more times, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoy this boatyard. I'm not gonna lie about that. Like, it is so nice. So nice. Yeah, there's nice showers, and you know, if you're living on a boat on land, always feels unnatural, feels weird, but if you're gonna do it, this is a pretty nice place. It's not too hot. It's like perfect days, and yeah, we've only been, usually, I'll tell you, if you're on the boatyard on the Hard, it's very expensive. So you just go flat out, and usually, you know, you're working 18 hours, no joke, just trying to get as much in. But I actually didn't even want to haul out. We had to because of the plastic. So I couldn't kill ourselves, and I'm a really light crew right now. I've only got me and the 2 guys, and then Amy's editing her brains out in the little VIP area, and yeah, so we've only been doing the normal, the 9 to 5, and whatever, man. You just gotta get what you can done. Luckily, pretty much all the jobs that you had to be out of the water are already done. I'm actually gonna take you, and we'll go say hi to Amy in the VIP area, see how her editing den is going. Okay, so this is what they call like the captain's lounge, and it's this beautiful place. And yeah, that's really nice. And this is where they put Amy. Can you show me your little editing studio they got you in?
It's so nice.
You just have this whole place to yourself?
Constant power. No need to run out.
Yeah.
Quiet. Big table. Feeling very glamorous.
Free drinks. Look at this.
Yeah. I'm drinking like 3 of these a day. It's great.
How's your editing going?
New sponsorship.
Yeah,
please.
right.
Good, really good. I am really enjoying working in here. It's really peaceful. The boys are not distracting. The boys are not loud. Boys are not drilling anything. So it's really, really calm. It's really, really nice to work in here. So just smashing it out.
Good, good. All right. Let's call it a day, huh?
Pretty satisfying days. Yeah, we did everything. Yeah, so many few things where we needed to do, important things, and yeah, we made it. Yeah, in a few days. So yeah, we are ready to go in the water again.
All right, guys.
Hey.
What is happening?
Oh, hello.
We are being interviewed by the news. We are about to get in the water and at the boatworks in Gold Coast, and the news have come. They want to see a little bit about us and check us out. So we have Nate being interviewed right now.
We're about to splash, and then we'll be at the dock for a day, and then it'll be time to get on the move again. So yeah, apparently the news has come to document this exciting moment.
We don't even know what channel we're on.
It is a gorgeous morning, and we are about to leave the boatyard. Well, I think we've been here a week, maybe. So, heading out, and it's time to start the adventure. Just got some more fixing to do down the river, and then we're out of here eventually. And yeah, this is our first time moving for some of the crew, and I'll let them talk to you. But oh man, I just love these. I just love being on the water in the morning when it's just glistening across. Just good. Just good.
You've just joined the boat.
I have, yes. I've just joined the boat. I came on board a week ago. We've just been very hard at work in the dry dock. I am Ricky. I was born in Mexico City, and just been traveling for a bit, and came across Nate in Adelaide, and he invited me to hop on board.
Nice. How does it feel being on the water for the first time?
Being on the water is very exciting. It's just the fact that the boat is actually rocking, it's actually moving, and yeah, it's just surreal that this Sylvia will take us to places that are unimaginable. Just this is gonna be our home for the next foreseeable future. So yeah, it's exciting to be on the road, and just like whenever you get on a van and you just travel, being on Sylvia means that we're gonna be able to be pretty much anywhere in the world. We could end up in Africa, we could end up in the US, we could end up in Hawaii, and Sylvia will always be there. So yeah, pretty exciting.
Help me out, yeah.
So we're here on anchor, right out here in Gold Coast, and we are pulling out this piece right here, but we're unable to create enough tension So we're actually going to use the pulley system that we use for sailing in order to create more and more tension. My man Phil is winching down, creating some tension so we can remove that piece.
I'm curious to see if that's just going to blow up. I don't know how many.
We'll see what happens.
It's not even moving.
You guys working on today?
We are taking out this piece that has been giving us the hardest time. We thought it was going to be a 5-minute job.
Yeah.
And we've been at it for like a good 8.
This is day 2.
Day 2, yeah.
Yeah.
So
It is, man.
So yeah, so we're just grinding the piece because we took a hammer out at first, and that created a mushroom head, which made it be more stuck. So now,
so is our bow roller, the actual roller part broke, and we just can't get the sort of side out. So it's like a stubborn pin, a big thick stainless steel pin, and it's just not going right. But I am downstairs working on our engine because I've got well, what are you girls working on? What you working on, Molly?
I'm editing Early Beach.
Yeah? Just editing, and you're editing too?
Yes.
Editing team, good job. Good job. Okay, I'm working on the engine because we have to change our head out. We're fixing her all up and making sure that we are set because we're going on a crazy adventure and I want to make sure that we are okay. So I've got Mark with me. How you doing, brother?
Good, thank you.
Good, good. And we're gonna pull this head out. And if you guys remember, we had a brand new head that that we are gonna be putting there in its place. So shiny and new. And I think Mark even painted it Gardner Gray.
Gardner Gray.
Yeah.
It's appropriate colour now.
Yeah. Why do we paint it Gardner Gray? What's the purpose of that?
Well, that's just the engine company preferred colour.
It's like branding.
It's a brand, exactly.
Yeah,
it gives it its identity.
Yeah.
Keeps it.
Nice, man. All right. So it's like this silvery color. We'll get her off.
Okay.
Now we're to the point where we start hitting it with a hammer. That's always a good part. What a doubt. So I've already drained the coolant out. I had to get the coolant down below the heads. This head's gonna come out. It's just got some issues. We're gonna replace it with the new shiny Gardner Gray one. And it's going a little faster than the last time we did it, I'll tell you that much. I've been told that these manifolds are impossible to take off without breaking them. We'll see. I'm thinking that might be the case.
This might happen, yeah.
Yeah, they're soft aluminium, and they're just, they get welded on there with time, and they just don't come off. Luckily, he's got a new one we're throwing on there. That's why we're taking off, because right now it's Frankenstein of like different pieces, and she'll come together. Day 2 of engine work. Now it's time to put the new head on. This is the one that I got as our backup. Now it's not our backup, it's our main up. The manifold on. Look at it, it's shiny and new. It's the original style. And it's the moment of truth time.
Yep.
Again?
Yep.
Okay, ready?
Yep. Next time on Expedition Drenched, it's a brand new season with fresh new faces on a one heck of a big journey to Lord Howe Island.